Hello gamers and welcome to Let's Build a Task Force Butler deck. It's one of the two new divisions in the free Lucky 13 DLC for Steel Division 2, and it's more of an aggressive deck. So it would be suitable for Vanguard or Maverick, and because of the current meta, it's possibly better to go Maverick. Maybe do some probing attacks in A phase and then a proper push in the middle of B phase, kind of. So I first want to fill in the 1-point slots. And I think we're going to use the cavalry scouts. Oh, and they can come in a half track. So in A phase I want them in a half track to get some AA support on the ground. Now these guys are pretty good, but only B phase, and I want to bring them over the should I bring them? Oh, the cavalry scouts even have the grease gun. Should I bring them over the Thompson? Yeah, because of the radio I'm going to bring them. We need radio. So 3 more. So we're definitely going to go for, I think they're both the same price, you know, and the M8 is faster, so the M8 will come in A phase. We only lose 1 for 1-star veterancy, 2 for 2-star veterancy, so let's go for 1-star veterancy. And because it's so fast, we bring it again in B phase. And now in C phase, I mean, this is a bit squishy. It's 50 cal though, and radio, but we've got enough radio units, and I think I will rather go. I don't want to play a 50 cal G-brush or something like that, which is a viable option as well, I guess. So let's go for this one again in, or maybe in A phase actually. But we've got the 50 cal here in A phase already, so we can go for B phase. That's enough, I reckon, for A phase, I think. Okay, the saboteurs I won't bring, I think. Infantry. This is kind of like our main line infantry. So we bring them in B for sure, and also in C. This is like the alternative. They are more expensive and have 2 LMGs, so we need them in B phase. Possibly 1-star, maybe even them a 1-star, because I can't bring them upweighted, okay, because I need to make them count in a Maverick deck. These guys have the Faustpatrone, which but can't come in A phase, so let's bring them in B phase. Because of the Faustpatrone. And CQC, this is our only CQC unit. It could come in A or B phase, and since I want to push in B phase, I'll bring them in B phase, and look at the availability dropping. It's not dropping that hard. So let's double vet them actually. And I think we need a leader for sure. And we need A phase infantry as well. A phase infantry can only be the leaders, the rifles, so let's bring them. And then we need a leader in B phase, or maybe even in A phase. This leader is very cheap. 6 of them in B phase, 4 of them, they've got radio, but I've got enough other radio units, I think, so let's take the French guys, but not an attraction, it would be a waste. A phase is not good enough, to be honest. I don't know if we can compensate for that. Our only other option is like bring them in A phase as well. Or the engineers. That's the drop is too hard though. Let's actually bring all the rifles in A phase. And single vetted one of them. And with the 2 LMGs I think it's okay. Tank department, not very good. I think I will go for the 50 cal, even though it has a worse armor. 1 vetted, also has decent availability, similar availability. Then we need some Shermans in A phase, some Shermans in B phase, and this guy in B phase. Support units, I think I'll go for the cheap, oh well, this is 50 cal, right? But the range is not that great, better than this one. Suppression is much better. We could get 4 of them or 6 of them. Let's go for the cheap ones. The M8 Scott is an assault gun, which might be helpful. I think I'll upgrade it once. We don't have much infantry, so we need it. And this is 50 cal, it can defend itself a little bit. Let's go for it. Now the M4. It's another assault gun, but a more expensive one with 2 kilometers range. Let's bring it. Let's also bring 1 truck. And then let's see what we can do here first. So they can only come in B phase, so I won't bring them. These guys can come in A phase. And we will need them eventually, but I think I'll bring them in B phase, because in A phase where do we have the guys with the Faustpatrone? Here in B phase. So let's bring the bazooka in A phase actually. We definitely need the M1 gun in A phase already. And the PAC 40 in B phase. It has to be upvetted. And we definitely need the tank destroyer. 1 card ain't great. I might have to shift things around here a little bit. Anti-air, not much choice. This one in B phase, but we go for 2 on. Well, yeah, let's do it like this. And then, okay, No AA. No, we need an AA option in A phase already. And then the autocannon in B phase. Artillery, I definitely want to go for the radio mortars in B phase to help the push. Okay, this has indirect fire, which is actually pretty cool. 105 millimeters and cheaper than the long tom. Let's go. But maybe I should bring them in A phase already to get some stuff done with them. Yeah. I lose some availability, but I don't have mortars in A phase and I might need something to take out AA, for example. Question is, should I get the long tom, 2 long toms? I'm not sure about it. I will definitely need the off map in B phase for the push. Potentially an artillery commander, we will see. But it's only 3 points left, that sucks. Okay, I'm going for the lightning in A phase. We definitely need the Hellcat in A phase and B phase. Well, let's try out this squishy fighter bomber. What's the availability in A phase? Is 2. Let's actually... This one is also very, very tempting. This is only 1 in B phase, that's not enough. So let's put agility, let's go for medium agility. And then let's go for the Hellcat in B phase. But let's go for 8 Hellcats. And now I'm not very happy with the setup because I should spend some more points here. Infantry 93 units. Potentially I could get rid of the Pak 40, freeing up 3 points, and it would give me 2 more fighters, or 1 fighter and the long tom. I think I'm tempted to go for the bomber. And the long tom. Because we will have radio units. And the... let's take a look. So in A phase we've got... This is good, also here with the 50 cal. It's not for a rush, so the rush is supposed to, or the push is supposed to happen in B phase. A phase is kind of building up, that's why there's the M1 gun. And then I don't need the defensive weapon like the Pak 40 in B phase, because I will be on the attack. This emergency here, this will help me attack. What's the range of this beast? Unlimited, nice. Could I bring it twice actually? I could, instead of the long tom, for example. So you have quite some options here. So let's actually compare them once more. Damage. Suppression. Accuracy is better for the long-term rate of fire as well. But obviously it can get stopped rather easily and is more costly. Yeah. So I will actually bring this guy twice. But I don't think it's worth to up-vet it. I think the mobility might help. Here I would really like to have another tank destroyer, but I think it's also important to have some guns in place. Support tab looks okay to me. I mean, it's an option to get rid of the M8 Scott, but I think I might need something against early infantry pushes in A phase. Considering that I've got very poor infantry here. And not that much infantry, only 15 units. Then the commander, this, and in B phase it looks decent. So I can kind of combine them of sorts. And then hundreds of Maquisards are left here. I mean, obviously I could get rid of the Maquisards and I'd still have 66 units and could bring another card of tank destroyers, for example. But the question is, do I really need a C phase card? I mean, you often say you need like a C phase infantry just to be sure, but if but they don't survive against tanks. But I think C phase infantry, that's something, that's like a must, I think. So this would be my Task Force Butler deck. Obviously the Air Force ain't great as I put it up, but I'm uncertain what else to change, you know. I mean, I could get rid of the upgraded M8, but this is only a 1-point slot, so obviously this is not going to happen. Infantry tab is already, it's already not that much infantry, so I'm not going to change it. and it's rather, there's no like elite infantry or anything. The best infantry is possibly like the line infantry here, the late rifles, which are pretty decent, but I can't bring any other units but the engineers in A phase. That would be the only option, to bring like 4 engineers in A phase and move 1 rifle squad to B phase, or just try to survive with 9 rifle squads in A phase. That's also an option. Tank wise, I mean, I need some tanks in A and B phase. Might be an option to get rid of this is also like counts as infantry in a way, I think. So it should be okay. Support, assault gun, 2 assault guns. But they can't. Why did I put this assault gun? It's only 1. It's not great, right? Amazing range, but let's actually kick that out. And see what else we can get. I think this is pretty much filled up. This is also full. Could we get anything else? We could go for Recon tab or support tab or air. I think we'll go for air. And I think I might feel much better with a Hellcat single vetted in A phase, and then maybe a Hellcat single vetted in B phase. That should be enough fighters. 8 fighters plus this for bombing, and this gives vision, so they can bomb. I could have 2 of them in A phase as well. Yeah, but I think I'll do it like this, because the P38J is faster. Is there anything I really want here? I've got I think that's looking okay. I definitely need the ammunition truck. Yeah, so this is going to be the deck. A phase, a bit weak on infantry, but it's kind of supported by these kind of tank units and the 50 cals. Anti-air is poor, anti-tank ain't great, which could be a reason to put in the Bowfighter Mark 10. 8 rockets, 25% chance. You would need like 2. It's super expensive, yeah. And if you want to kill like a tank or something. So I just hope that this tank destroyer is enough, this tank destroyer card. If I was to go for unvetted, it would be 6, so that might be an option. But I don't have infinite points anyway. And if I don't see that I can win by the end of B phase, I think that's like a GG. Against balanced, for example. Now this for early aggression, lots of radio artillery. I need to make use of that. It's kind of like both new divisions have got kind of like interesting artillery options, I think. Obviously you could play this as a air heavy deck, but air has been nerfed a bit because of the improved anti-air. And so it's also interesting that both new divisions have kind of a bad anti-air department. Infantry 93 is good enough, yeah, with all these other supporting units. So this is going to be the deck as I take it into my first battle with the Task Force Butler. Thanks a lot. Let me know what you think. Thanks a lot for watching. Until then, bye for now.